Hi folks, I'm just going to bring you an unboxing today on a brand new GPS unit I've just acquired. Having done quite a bit of research, I decided this would best suit my needs. So I'm just going to talk about that and also a little bit about the company I bought it from and the services they offer. So the unit is from a manufacturer called Two Nav, and they perhaps aren't that well known in the UK at the moment. Freedom to discover. They're a Spanish company, started back in 2001 I believe, with paragliding software, and now they do a whole range of handheld GPS units for different activities: walking, biking, mountain biking, trail biking, kayaking, etc. And the Two Nav unit I've got here is called Terra, which is the sort of middle of the range one. So we'll have a look at that and have a look at the specifications. Now, I bought this from a company called GPS Training, based in the UK. If you're looking at this from outside the UK, they're in Northumberland, which is in the northeast, and they are a very customer orientated company, and I'll show you why I believe that. For example, with this unit, one of the things they sent was a checklist, a pre-checklist, delivery checklist that they check the unit through. I also bought, as part of the package, OS mapping, the 25k OS mapping, which is the best for walking in the UK, and they pre-installed that for me, saving me having to actually do that step. So that's their checklist. So as you can see, the box is a pretty plain box, which is not a bad idea. And actually made in Spain, so they actually manufacture their units in Spain, which is perhaps a surprising change. It's a European product, and this is what comes in the box. So this is the actual unit itself. It's a touch screen, and it has some buttons on the side which we'll take a look at in a moment, and it has this lock system, which is a proprietary lock system to Two Nav, and you can get a number of accessories that this then fits onto. Okay, so that's the screen. So what's in the box? Okay, pull that out. Obviously plain cardboard, it means it can be recycled very easily, doesn't it? Well, it comes with these fittings to put it on a bike. If you want to use it on a bike, I won't be doing that. That's the bit that clips on the back of the unit, and you've got various attachments here to put it on the handlebars, I guess, and combine it with holding it on with these rubber rings. It comes with a USB cable for charging it and data transfer. You can do data transfer through the cable or Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. There's a startup guide, but I'm going through very extensive training modules that GPS Training provide as part of when you buy the unit. 10% off your next purchase from Two Nav. That could be for, say, mappings, extra maps or etc. And what's that? Sticker, just a sticker, and warranty. It has a 2-year warranty. So what I'll do now, I think, is I'll just go through some of the dimensions with it and talk through some of the features of it. And if I swing the camera around, or maybe I'll just bring this in before I actually start the unit up. So this is from the GPS Training website, and let's just have a look at some of the specifications. Obviously you can go onto their website and look at this yourself. So that gives the dimensions 80 times by 115 times 19, although 23 with this lock feature on the back. 198 grams weight. It meets the IP67 standard. There's a standard there, I'm not sure what that is. I guess it could be military because it's MIL. STD 810, resistant to temperatures. The two side buttons on the right hand side of the unit, one is the power button and one is a back button, and on the left is the zoom buttons for the map, although you've got then on the actual screen when we switch it on. The storage memory is 32 GB. Battery capacity is, they say 15 hours. That's with the screen full on, and you can put the screen, keep the unit running but take the screen off by just touching the power button to save the battery. And that's with using GPS. If you use more multi-band, it might take more of the battery. We'll see how that goes. It's an integral battery that you can't add, you know, loose batteries etc. on this particular unit, and the charge is via the USB cable we looked at. The sensors, so satellites, GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, BeiDou, which I didn't know who they were, so if I pronounce that correctly. I understand that's the Chinese satellite system. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, digital compass, a barometer, etc. So, just coming back to the unit itself, if I switch the power button on. Now, I haven't used this yet. I'm just getting to grips with the training. I don't think I've pressed it in, and there we are. You get a blue light once the unit switches on, and as we can see it says Two Nav, and it loads up pretty quickly, and then what will come up is Terra will come up once it's loaded down. Bear in mind it's got pre-installed maps, so it has to load those up. So there's the screen size. You know, 3.7 inch. I think the only ones bigger than this are the Garmin sort of Montana range. There's a map system. There's, you know, the different things you can look at, activities, routes. You can do that, or you can scroll through using these arrows. As I say, at the moment I'm getting to grips with it. If we go to settings, sensors, different aspects there, system display, activity profiles, alarms. I mean, you can set the profile hiking, but you could set it for mountain biking, you could set it for road biking, you can add a specific profile. So it's customer, you can custom it, seems to me, in a zillion ways, to be honest, which I'm learning all about. So what I've done there is press the screen, and now, although it's still on, the screen's not working. So they can save battery life, but it's still recording in the background, and then one press and it comes back on, basically. Just go back again. So maps, I've got the British Isles loaded on, there's Western Europe, but I mean, sorry, I'm out of camera view there. Two Nav do maps throughout the world, I mean everywhere, if you go on the Two Nav website. Now, because this is 32 GB, you might have to take a map off if you're putting another map on. The units above this have far more memory, although they are exactly the same screen size. They give a bigger battery and memory, basically. So that's a very brief look at that. Just to come back to GPS training. You know, I'm very impressed with this company. For example, one of the things they do, I mean, I ordered this. I'll go back to talk about pricing for a start, perhaps. So the unit itself, with some free mapping, is £299.99, £300, and they also do free shipping. You know, next day delivery shipping. I ordered this late on a Friday evening. It came straight back, saying it would be shipped Monday. It was shipped Monday, and you know, for next day delivery on Tuesday. They're pretty good, or very good. Now, what I also then added on was the and you could put the 1 to 50 map on it if you wanted to. Say you're using it for biking, you might not need the 1 to 25, so that puts it up to £400. But if you then put the full 1 to 25, it goes to 450. So 300 to 450, you can say, £150. Now, this company, GPS Training, are also, I believe, the largest Garmin supplier in the UK. So they supply a lot of Garmin units. When you look at the price of Garmin compared to this, although the specifications probably aren't exactly the same, and the screen size is probably bigger on, say, the Montana, but it's almost double the price of this. So, you know, from a budget point of view, from my perspective, this was the sort of money I wanted to spend. It's got very good reviews, so we'll see how I go with it. Now, one of the things they give with the unit when you buy any unit from them is something they call Gold Support Package, which they say is worth £145. That's their pricing. But what that is three things. It's, and I'll just go to where it says online resource, and you can view this yourself, of course, what this actually means. But for all the products, they've made tremendous amount of video modulars and videos. I don't know how many there is on this Two Nav unit. There's a lot. I think there's 9 modules, and each one's got a lot of videos in. So they're covering absolutely everything from, you know, taking it out of the box and starting it up for all the different functions. As we're probably aware, with a lot of these sort of devices, or like your phone, you don't perhaps use every single function on it, but they do show you how to do that. And the big advantage with that, of course, you can watch it again, go back, watch it again. So they offer that, and they also offer email and telephone support as part of you've bought the unit from them. Now, if you haven't bought the unit from them, but you feel that, well, you know, I've got a unit, but actually I don't know how to use it that well, you can buy the training from them as well. So they will, I'm not sure what that is, but you can call them and contact them about that. They will offer you a package for your own unit. And they also do 2-day, I think, weekend training courses that you can sign up to, where you're actually out in the field now, actually using the unit with them as instructors. I must admit, having working through the training course online they've got, it is very, very extensive. So I would have thought that, you know, 99% of the questions could be answered sort of in that way. So that's their main website. The other thing they do, which I found a great help, was that they have a lot of videos on YouTube reviewing the products, but they do something called walk and talk. So they will go out with a unit, plan a walk, and then show you what that looks like as though using the unit on that particular walk, and that's quite helpful to get a real idea. Something else they do, which I think is fantastic, frankly, as a company, which is totally free, is they do this OS planner. And they're not charging for this. So whether you're a customer of theirs or not, you could use this on your own. This is the Ordnance Survey, and it's showing their location in Rotherbury in Northumberland. But you can go to any part of the country, and they, again, have got videos online here showing you how to do all this. And plan a route. And once you've put that route in, you can then export it, GPX file, to your own device. And as I say, they're not charging for that. So that, to me, gives the quality of service this company is offering. It really does. Quite refreshing, actually, to be honest. So you've got the OS Planner, which is free. You've got product reviews from them, of course, and all the different products they do. And if you buy a unit, you've got the training course, online resource, I mean. And if you want to, you could go on one of their 2-day training courses. So, you know, very extensive support, I would say. They also will, if you're brand new to GPS and don't know what unit works for you, they'll sort of give you a free, you give them their details of what you do, and then they'll give you a free sort of advice of the units that would probably suit you best. Okay, so by the way, I should mention this day, I've got no other connections with them. I'm not being paid by them or promotions by them. It's just that I'm just a customer, but I am pretty impressed with how they operate. Right from when I first contacted them over a year ago and asked them a couple of questions, they came straight back. So this is the Two Nav Terra. We'll actually get out and use it, which of course is the main acid test, isn't it? And see how I get on with it. And then as I do with the boots, I'll come back after a while and give you an update on my feelings about the Two Nav Terra unit. So alright folks, in the interim, take care out there.